The idea was to create a robotic instrument which is based on the vibraphone, a classic jazz instrument, but deconstructed and distributed into the room. So that might sound a little bit weird, but I will show you how it works. Come on. So the problem was that we wanted to create a system which is not compact as the actual classic jazz instrument, but distributed into the room. Initially, I wanted to make an instrument where you can walk into so that all the tones are coming from different directions. But in the end, I realized that this is very hard to accomplish, so it's not possible to walk inside. You have 26 different tones which can create melodies or rhythms, and they each have one of those aluminum bars. You see these golden plates, and they are tuned to one sound, like just as the vibraphone. Here you can maybe see like the different kind of actuators that we used. So first of all, we were using stepper motor for creating a dampening movement, and then you have a solenoid which creates the actual movement for the triggering. Behind the installation you have a lot of cables. So first of all, you have an Ethernet cable which is transferring all the audio data which are captured with small piezo microphones from here, and they are going to one black box which is there on the ground, basically capturing all the audio data as a digital audio bus which we developed. It was very complicated and I would never do it again, but for here it works. And then of course you have like a power supply of 48 volts, and you have a MIDI signal which is also triggering all the things, and also the lights, which are very important to show the actual movement of the instrument. So before I had been creating robots which do more of percussive sounds, but in the beginning when I developed this robot, I wanted to create melodies to go away a little bit from this kind of percussive techno-like sound I had been doing in the time before, and create more of ambient and contemplative sounds. So I had been looking into various kinds of instruments, for example, like a piano or like a harp. But then at some point I found the vibraphone, a classic jazz instrument, and I was immediately struck by the beautiful sound that you can make with that. So while looking at this particular jazz instrument, it's made for humans to play with. But of course, since I'm more of a robotic artist, it doesn't have to be constructed for humans to play, so it can be deconstructed for a robot to play. So with my designer Benno, we came up with various kinds of design ideas, like distributed into the room, maybe it would be on pillars, and in the end we said, okay, we have to transport it a lot because it's both installation, but it's also a performative instrument. So I thought, okay, it would be nice to have something which is very flexible. When we first set this up, we realized, okay, if you have the background, all the elements of the vibraphone, they basically disappear aesthetically behind a black background. Benno came up with the wonderful idea to put small little stages behind each tone. These are these distinctive white plates which you can see behind each element. We in the end developed like this installation with the rendering, and in the end we manufactured it. And now I can play wonderful concerts with that, and it's also on display in various occasions around the world. Thank you.